We saw from the Babylonian Chronicles that Cyaxares, king of the Medes, was instrumental in overthrowing the Assyrian Empire. In partnership with the Babylonians, they destroyed the city Nineveh in the 14th year of Nabopolassar, king of Babylon. Nabopolassar would reign for another 7 years before dying, and he was succeeded by his son, the crown prince Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadnezzar took the throne in Babylon in 605 BC, and he would be responsible for the destruction of Jerusalem and taking away of the people of Judah into Babylonian captivity. In his first year, Nebuchadnezzar deported some of the Jews, including Daniel and his 3 friends, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. The next deportations were in the 7th and 8th year of Nebuchadnezzar. This is when King Jehoiachin surrendered and was taken prisoner to Babylon. Also taken in this wave of deportation were Ezekiel the prophet, as well as Esther and Mordecai. Then in the 19th year of Nebuchadnezzar, 587 BC, after a 1.5-year-long siege of Jerusalem, the Babylonian army broke through the walls of Jerusalem, ravaged the city, and burned the temple. Nebuchadnezzar was king of Babylon for 43 years, then was succeeded by his son Evil-Merodach, who reigned for only 2 years. Then Neriglissar reigned in Babylon for 4 years, followed by his son Labashi-Marduk, who only reigned for 3 months. Then Nabonidus took the throne, and he would reign 17 years until the fall of Babylon in 539 BC. In his 7th year, Nabonidus left his firstborn son Belshazzar, the crown prince, on the throne in Babylon, while he spent the next 10 years at the oasis of Tema in Arabia. It's in the 6th year of Nabonidus that we will see mention of a Median king again in the Babylonian Chronicles. This time it is Astyages, son of Cyaxares, king of the Medes. Astyages was a powerful king that ruled over a vast territory that spread from India to eastern Anatolia. After the Babylonians and the Medes overthrew Assyria, they divided up the Assyrian kingdom for themselves, Babylon taking the region to the south, and the Medes taking the area to the north. Astyages continued to expand the Median Empire throughout his reign. Included under Median rule were the Persians, who were subject to the Medes since the time that Astyages' grandfather Phraortes expanded the Median territory to include Parsa or Persia. The Persian army worked together with the Medes, and the Persians were subject to the Medes in this Medo-Persian alliance. In the 3rd year of Nabonidus, king of Babylon, there is an entry on the Nabonidus Cylinder that mentions Cyrus, king of Anshan, second to Astyages, king of the Medes. Up until this point, the Babylonians and the Medes were the dominant world force following the fall of Assyria. This was all about to change in the 6th year of Nabonidus, when the Persians would take the upper hand over the Medes. Let's read from the Babylonian Chronicles. The 6th year, Astyages mustered his army and marched against Cyrus, king of Anshan, for conquest. The army rebelled against Astyages, and he was taken prisoner. They handed him over to Cyrus. Cyrus marched to Ecbatana, the royal city. The silver, gold, goods, property, which he carried off as booty from Ecbatana, he took to Anshan. Cyrus then took on the role of ruler of what had been the Median Empire. This was in the 6th year of Nabonidus, king of Babylon, or 550 BC. Cyaxares, the son of Astyages, then ruled in Ecbatana under the overlordship of Cyrus, just as Cyrus had previously reigned under the overlordship of the Medes. The historian Xenophon writes extensively about Cyaxares, the son of Astyages, that sat on the Median throne after his father Astyages, and how Cyaxares and the Median army worked together with Cyrus and the Persian army. 11 years later, in the 17th year of Nabonidus, king of Babylon, or 539 BC, Cyrus conquered Babylon and overthrew the Babylonian Empire. The Babylonian Chronicles tell us that on the 16th day of the 7th month, in the 17th year of Nabonidus king of Babylon, the army of Cyrus entered Babylon without a fight. But as we stated earlier, Cyrus did not conquer Babylon alone. Reading from Jeremiah's earlier prophecy regarding the fall of Babylon, Jeremiah says that the Medes would be involved. Make the arrows bright, gather the shields. The Lord has raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes, for his plan is against Babylon to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of the Lord, the vengeance for his temple. The river Euphrates passed through the middle of the city of Babylon, and the Median and Persian armies dug ditches to divert and lower the water level of the Euphrates to gain entrance into Babylon. Let's read from Xenophon. At last the ditches were completed. Then, when he heard that a certain festival had come round in Babylon, during which all Babylon was accustomed to drink and revel all night long, Cyrus took a large number of men just as soon as it was dark and opened up the heads of the trenches at the river. As soon as that was done, the water flowed down through the ditches in the night, and the bed of the river, where it traversed the city, became passable for men. Xenophon, Cyropaedia 7:5-15-16. The Bible describes this drunken festival night and tells how Belshazzar saw the handwriting on the wall, and Daniel was called to give him the meaning. Daniel told Belshazzar, "God has numbered your kingdom and finished it. You have been weighed in the balances and found wanting. Your kingdom has been divided and given to the Medes and Persians." The Medo-Persian army killed the soldiers that were defending the palace. Then they killed the king himself, Belshazzar. According to Xenophon, Cyrus gave his ally Cyaxares, the son of Astyages, king of the Medes, great gifts and assured him that he had prepared a palace for him in Babylon. And Cyaxares was glad to take this. In return, Cyaxares said to Cyrus, "I will give you my daughter to be your wife." Cyropaedia, Book 8. Section 5, 17-19. So we can see from Xenophon and the Bible that it was the Medes and the Persians that overthrew Babylon, and that the last king of the Medes, Cyaxares, son of Astyages, received the throne in Babylon from Cyrus. We'll look more at what the Bible has to say about this Median king receiving the kingdom of Babylon in Part 5.